Hello everybody, my name is FuzzyFantasy15. Some of you may know me from Twitch, some may from YouTube, some from Discord, some from Blue Sky. Whatever social you come from, hello. This is probably the first time you see my face on YouTube, but that's okay. So, face reveal. The reason I'm showing my face and the reason why I'm talking to you is to talk about Reconnect, which is a Kingdom Hearts gathering of people and fans from around the world. This year it was in scenic Denver, Colorado, home of the Rockies, the Rocky Mountains, and just so much more things than you can imagine. My trip started out July 5th when I went to Omaha in Nebraska for a minor league baseball game. It was a fantastic game. The Storm Chasers won. And then I proceeded on my way to Denver with a stopover overnight. When I got to Denver on Sunday the 6th, I went to a Rockies game. And to say without question that Coors Field is one of the best parks in Major League Baseball is putting it nicely. It has a terrific stadium. The staff there are incredible. The food is incredible. Merchandise is wonderful. There's not a bad seat in the house. And I just wish ownership would take more stock into that team because the city deserves it. And then after chilling out on Monday and Tuesday, I got to meet with my first friend on Wednesday, and then I got to meet some more friends later in the day. I didn't get to stay too long because it was so hot. It was 101 degrees, 102 degrees in Denver on that Wednesday. But on Thursday, I get to see a lot more people, and it finally became more and more real that this event was going to happen and it was going to be a success. To kind of summarize Reconnect in a short way, it's a community gathering of Kingdom Hearts fans from around the world who love the series, love the games, love to chat about it, theorize, play the games, all that sorts of stuff. If that's not your thing, that's not your thing. No problem. But what I will say is the friendships that you make in that community go a long way in life. They're friends that will stick with you. They're friends that will stand by you through the ups and downs. And there's no way to describe it other than that's the best community on planet Earth. I learned that back in 2023 when Reconnect was in Dallas. To summarize for 2023, it was a terrible year for me mentally and within my own realm of family. It was a terrible year for me. Reconnect was the one shining beacon to that year. To say I had a salvation of that year because of Reconnect is putting it nicely. It literally was my year. It saved my year. It was the highlight of it. Meeting everybody at Reconnect in Dallas in 2023 meant more than the world could ever tell you. And then when I finally got to Denver and I was able to see everybody again that I did back in Dallas, it meant the world to me to even be able to see them. These were people who stood by me. These were people who stood next to me. These were people who gave me hugs, and we took pictures and just had a good time in Dallas, and we were going to have a terrific time in Denver. When Thursday hit and everybody came around and we got to move stuff up into the ballroom, that was just something I wanted to do. I didn't have to. It wasn't forced upon me to, you must help or else. I wanted to do it because these people deserve it. To say that showcase was amazing is putting it beyond words. When I got to pre-connect with the group on Thursday, I met so many new people it wasn't even funny. I met so many new people that had not been there in Dallas, and it was just the greatest time of my life. Little did I know that would trumpet what would happen on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Every day became the best day of that weekend, and meeting everybody Friday, Saturday, Sunday was terrific. Friday, got to meet a guy who sat next to me at dinner, and then got to meet some other people right next to me at dinner. And then we got a concert on Friday. where I got to meet, talk to people, chat with people, sing the songs, and do everything. On Saturday, there was yoga to start the day. And there were other showcases too, including a cosplay showcase, which the cosplayers were terrific on. Every one of them slayed their cosplays. Hosted by people who do cosplays for a living. To say the least, they stole the show. And then after that, went to lunch where this restaurant took a group of 20 people and were able to accommodate them. And they had just terrific food and terrific people and terrific staff. And then we got to go see a showcase that's pretty much a spin-off of The Price is Right, hosted by two of the nicest, most wonderful people you could ever imagine in the Kingdom Hearts universe. And then after that, we just kind of chilled. And then after that, we got a rave going. And to say during the rave that there was a dancing, there was a lot of cool stuff going on, I got to meet with a lot more people. I got to talk to more people. I got to just chat and vibe and hang out. And then we got to hang out afterward too on that Saturday night downtown, meeting more people. People who were just open to hanging out and just chilling and talking and vibing and discussing Kingdom Hearts, a video game that's been out 20 plus years with multiple games. That's all that was about. It was just vibing. It was fun. It was just happening, good times. There were chants of stick. There were memes. There was more memes. There was more stick chants. There was just vibes all around. And I'll never forget that. Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Sunday, after yoga, there was a Melody of Memory remix. And then on top of that, there was a mental health panel, which is something that's sorely needed in this day to be talked about because mental health has got such a stigma still on it in 2025, and we must erase that stigma. And then after that, we got dressed up for an awards show. Yours truly got dressed up too. My suit looked dapper, I'm not going to lie to you. I was able to present an award for the first time in my life. I was able to present an award. To say I was overprepared is putting it nicely, but I knew I could not fail. And I didn't fail. I didn't look one single time at my card and I got every single word right because that needed to happen. I needed to be prepared. I needed to do my job and I wanted to excel at it. I am deeply honored to have been able to give the award to the person who won it. And that will be a lasting image for me because I'd never been able to present an award and I'd never been able to give an award in my time on this earth. For me to be able to do that meant something. For me to be able to just present and talk about the award is amazing. To be able to be interviewed on a red carpet was amazing. I've never had that happen in my life. I always consider myself extremely lucky to be able to know the people that I do in the Kingdom Hearts community. And that will never be forgotten at any point. These people are amazing. These people are just wonderful, wonderful friends, wonderful people, and I cannot forget them in any way, shape, or form. There were so many traditions from Reconnect 2023, giving hugs, taking selfies, giving a friend a hug every time we saw each other. This year we had other traditions, new ones that started with other friends. Jump hugs, for instance, chanting stick, wishing someone a happy birthday all the time, which was still something from Reconnect 2023. That is to say, Reconnect is more than just about Kingdom Hearts. It's about friendships. It's about making an impression. It's about making friendships. It's about instituting long-time just friendships and relationships that will carry on beyond a weekend. I was always told by not my parents necessarily, but by society, that you shouldn't meet people over the internet. It's a scary place. And yes, there is some truth to that. But they forget to mention one thing. That some of those people that you meet over the internet, they can be lifelong friends. They can be not just lifelong friends, they can be even stronger than what you have at home. I've learned that. I've could be even the prime example of that. Because these people mean something to me, and I will go to the ends of the earth to defend them, to help them, to be around them. And that's what Kingdom Hearts and that's what Reconnect truly mean to me, is making those memories with those people. Because they're my friends. And my friends are truly my power. Goodbye, everybody.